You here, guys, and the reason why I have a deck profile for you here is because I recently got a top 4 in a local tournament of mine with an Infernity deck that I made. Now, yes, an Infernity deck. Everyone's probably saying this better not be 2010, 2009, 2008 all over again. No. I just really enjoyed Infernities and how much combo and how much effort you have to put into play said deck because you have to really devote yourself. Because once you start going, you really if they find a way to stop your combo, you're in really bad shape because then you have to rebuild up your hand because effects with 0. But anyways, let's get this show on the road. As I said, I did receive top 4 in this with this deck against many of the top decks, such as Draco Pals, Cosmo Monarchs. Those things are annoying as hell as always. And various other decks that you can run to like PK Fire. That thing was there a lot. Anyways, let's get into the monster count. We're gonna start here with a single copy of Infernity Archfiend. As we all know, Infernity Archfiend is the heart and soul of the deck. He is your major searcher. You could, if you could play more than one copy, I would, but Infernity Archfiend is limited to 1. Next things next, we have the Mighty Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight's a really awesome card. He makes it possible to search Infernity Archfiend by sending Archfiend Harness to the graveyard. If you don't know what Archfiend Harness does, it's whenever this card is destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard by an effect, you could search for a card with Archfiend in its name. Now that's a really, really good card, especially with Armageddon Knight here. I play 1 copy of each. Next, we play with a single copy of Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Now, Fiendish Rhino Warrior is just an amazing card, especially in this deck. I play 1 copy. If you want to, you could probably up it to 2 and take some other stuff out. Because whenever this card is sent to the graveyard, even by being discarded by cost, you can send another Fiend. So you send Archfiend Harness to send, and then you just add straight to your hand Infernity Archfiend, which is a really fun thing to do, especially because it just thins the deck out so much. So you play that 1 copy of him. It's really fun. Next, we have 2 copies of Infernity Necromancer, and yes, those are dual terminal. Yes, I know. I should go kill myself. Yeah, not really. Infernity Necromancer, just an amazing card. It really helps get off the combos. It's basically a monster reborn for Infernities where you have your 0 cards in your hand, and the effect isn't once per turn. It doesn't state only 1 Infernity Necromancer effect per turn, so you could just, if you find a way to bring out another one, you can get off its combo. It also is good for making Leviair, just in case they banish your Archfiend. So, it gets the job done. It's a good card. I have 2 copies of that card. Any more than that would clog the deck. Now, you play the rest of the monster count. You're going to play 2 Stygian Street Patrol. Just a great card. You can banish it to bring out the Archfiend, get the effect off. Really important for the deck. It's just overall really good. I would definitely put it in the deck. Now, next, 2 of the amazing tuner monster, in my opinion. Red Resonator, and when he's normal summoned, you could just special summon level 4 or lower from your hand, and when he's special summoned, you can target any monster on the board and gain life points equal to that monster's attack points. So if you soul charge for that bad boy, and there's something big in the field, you basically can make soul charge free depending upon. Great card. It's even searchable, but I don't play the search card. I just play for the sake of getting Archfiend out of the hand and then getting its effect off. Now, this is part of the major combo that helped me win this tournament, the combo that I invented, Infernity Beetle. Now, Infernity Beetle is a level 2 tuner monster with Infernity in its name, of course. You tribute it while you have new cards in your hands. Special summon 2 new Beetles from said deck, and you special summon everybody but Ringo. Props to anybody who could get that reference. But that is very important for the combo in this deck, and I recommend playing it to anybody. It's an amazing Infernity card, in my opinion, especially those who like synchros. 2 copies of Infernity General. Infernity General is an amazing card as well, because while you have no cards in your hand, this card is in your graveyard. You banish it, special summon up to 2 level 3 or lower Infernities from your graveyard, and then what happens then is that their effects become negated, but it helps build back the place, so you bring back the Beetles to sink even more, or 2 Necromancers to make Leviair or something like that. Great card, definitely got to play it, it's really good. Next, you play that 1 copy of Dark Rever. Everyone knows, you can send that previous sent general to the graveyard, special summon, discard a dock, send a dock, hand this to the graveyard, and search for Archfiend. So you send, just discard from your hand something like, I don't know, Stygian Street Patrol, and send the Harness, grab Archfiends, and then you banish with the effect. Now, we're also playing a bit of a Pendulum almost engine, just to accelerate the deck just a bit. Now, it's not the main focus of the deck, it's just more options you could toolbox into. Because since some Infernity decks are fairly trap-heavy based, mine really isn't. I don't play Infernity Break because I don't like banishing my Infernity resources. But this makes a ponder what targets for Twin Twister and crap. So you're going to play a single copy of Skullbat Joker, 2 copies of Dragon Pit, and 2 copies of Dragon Pulse. They just make a quick scale. I mean, it's there, and you can also pop the back row, pop that Monarch Domain. It's just there to be there. You know what I'm saying, guys? Now we're gonna go to the spell lineup, I suppose, and we're gonna be playing 2 copies of Pendulum Call. You discard a card such as Phoenix Rhino Warrior. Search for those 2 pendulums, and Phoenix Rhino Warrior's effect will go off at the resolution, sending Harness to grab Archfiend. Meaning you have the combo pretty much just set up right there. So it's a really good card. After that, you're going to get 2 copies of Twin Twister. Twin Twister is just an amazing card. Now, I apologize for those birds. They're a bit rowdy. As they may say, they are quite rowdy. Now, with these 2 copies of Twin Twister, it's very standard. You just discard a card, pop 2. Okay, you 2 shut the fuck up. Anyways. Hey! I apologize, fellas. Everybody. He is a bit nuts. I don't know why. You're gonna play 1 copy Dark World Deals, 1 copy Transmodify, 1 copy Regeki, 1 copy Foolish Barrier, 1 copy of Roto, 1 copy of Instant Fusion, 1 copy of Card Rotator, another copy of Infernity Launcher, and a copy of Soul Charge. Now this is, you may call this one of dot deck. Now there's so many one-offs here. You play Infernity Launcher because everyone knows what Launcher does. Launcher is just an amazing fucking card. Card Rotator is an interesting tech of mine. I use it against Monarchs in my main deck for the reasons being that Card Rotator states that you discard 1 card from your hand, swap all cards on your opponent's side of the field from attack to defense and defense to attack. And so Monarchs don't have the most beefy defense in the world, so you just swap them there and then you run it over with something. It's an idea, you know, and then it helps empty my hand, so it just helps things. Launcher's a given. Anyone who's ever played Infernity should know what Launcher does. I don't need to explain that. Rhoda just searches for Greffer and Armageddon. Instant Fusion grabs Norden. Foolish Barrier is a fucking given. Transmodify, you could send things like Harness to the grave, make that Archfiend or something, or send that Necromancer. Soul Charge is a given, Regeki's a given out. I play only 1 copy of Dark World Dealings for the reason being that it's just a good card, and since it sends from the hand by effect, you could get off that Harness's effect. Get the extra search. So sometimes you'll just have that empty Harness in hand, and you don't know what to do with it. And you just really want to get off the effect without hoping for them to battle, because a lot of times people, they'll just spin them back with their Ignister and crap. But anyways, that's the reason why I run it. I think it's a good choice. Now, to the trap lineup here. We don't play many traps in this Infernity deck, but we're going to be playing 1 copy of Barrier, or Scolding basically of the deck. Copy of Warning, that would probably be a strike if I had a strike, but I personally don't want to dig in and buy fucking, like, pay $70 for a fucking card that I know will eventually go down. Eventually. Copy of Fiend Griefing, copy of Breakthrough, 2 copies of Infernity Inferno. Now, Infernity Inferno, you discard 2 cards from your hand, and that's not cost, that is by effect. So that means if you send the Harness, you get a Harness effect, then send the same number, or up to the same number, of Infernity cards. So I mean, you can send Launcher, or, what's it called? Barrier or Break if you had those cards in said deck, and you could retrieve them. But you could send any Infernity cards. That is pretty much the trap lineup. Now, for the extra deck that I used in the tournament to get top 4. Now, we're going to start off with the synchros. Now, there's going to be a lot of synchros here. Now, 2 copies of Metaphys Horus. This card is extremely important for the deck's combo. This is, you need to play at least 2 copies of this card. In my build, at least. This is the Celrix build. It's really important. It gets up the combo, and I will put those to the side over there for future reference. You play a copy of Void Over Dragon, since you have no cards in your hand to get that spell or trap. It's a great card to have in said deck, and it really annoys people. Put it over there. Now I'll put the rest of the 2 combo cards right here, it's upside down, so you guys can't see them currently. Play a copy of Nothong, just good level 6, and it's technically not the Dark Destroyer. Technically, I guess, it's not really. If I can find the rest of the Exceed. Vulcan the Divine, I mean, it's a decent level 6. It gets the job done. It bounces that card back. Now, I played Giant Hand. I really didn't go into it often, guys. I did. Didn't really do much with the Giant Hand, but, you know, I pulled it from the Premium Gold. I didn't really have much. I mean, the build calls for a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, but that card isn't out yet. But once you get that card, the deck list, you instantaneously take out 106. It's not too good. It's a bit slow overall because it just sort of sits there and it says, hi, I'm 2,000 attack points. You could probably easily get over me, but you know, what the fuck. Copy of number 65, Djinn Buster. Djinn Buster is a rank 2 monster. It requires 2 dark level 2s, and basically, you detach 2 materials to negate a monster effect and then inflict 500. So it's pretty good. It just sort of sits there and says, okay, this is another negation. Castell, given... Castell, Exceed Dragon, Cowboy. For the quick detach, I play Cowboy because if you just can't make a field board to continue the combo, you make Cowboy with 2 level 4s, like Archfiend and Armageddon overlay, detach 1, like Necromancer, the Archfiend back at the effect off. Rank 3, one of the only rank 3 we play in the deck is Levier to bring back that Archfiend or any banished level 4 or lower. And sometimes you just steal your opponent's cards because it's pretty fun. We play a single copy of Beatrice. It's pretty obvious why. We play so many level 6 synchros. That's what we use as material. You don't go into Beatrice too often, but when you do, it's pretty funny. You just send some cards to the graveyard when you can. It's defensive play. Then you play one copy of Elder Entity Norden, or Norden, if you prefer the old name. It's just a good card, and you get the effect off back with the combo. Now, this card here is the part of the combo. Baxia, Brightness of the Yangzing. Now, I thought of this combo because here, Baxia requires Wyvern monsters as material. Methras Horse is a Wyvern monster, level 6, and you can make many level 6s with the Infernity deck. And you get to spin a card for each Wyvern monster uses material into the opponent's deck. And now its other effect is what really got me going. You could destroy any one of your cards to bring back a level 4 lower monster from your graveyard. So you bring back Archfiend, and then you would search for something like, let's say, I don't know, Launcher. And then you activate Launcher, activate General Engrave, and then get the Beetles, sink for another one, make another Horse, make into, because you have 2 more Beetles on board, you make another Baxia. Baxia pops, Baxia brings back Archfiend, Archfiend search, grab back that General, send the General with Launcher's first effect, then use General's effect, the bang bang bada bing bada boom. Now, that's the combo that I invented with this deck. It's really fucking fun to pull off. And it happens really frequently, actually. It's just really fucking fun. And I just enjoy the deck so much. I've always loved Infernities, and when I thought of the Baxia thing, I was like, just sitting my day, I was like, you know, maybe I should try to do something with Infernities once again. And I was looking at all the new, like, cards and Sense Infernities, you know. Came out, I was like, you know, Horse is a Wyvern. Beetles is a level 2 tuner. You could search it with Archfiend, so after Archfiend's effect, if you haven't used a normal summon already, you could just grab that Beetle, instantaneously summon that Beetle, and the Beetle's effect, so then you already have a Baxia on board. So right then and there, you could have the combo. There are multiple ways to pull it off, but I won't really show those today. I do have a timeline. I'm going to go play in another tournament today with this deck, and maybe do well. But this is my top 4 Infernity deck, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I told some people about this deck, and they really wanted to see it, I suppose. And if you guys are watching this channel, or if you guys are watching this video, the people that didn't believe me, or people that really wanted to see the deck, please make sure to leave a comment. I want to know what you think of the idea of using Baxia. I don't know anybody else who has thought of the idea. There may have been somebody else. I don't know. I personally thought of it myself one day when I was just looking at all my fucking bulk bin cards. So, yeah. Please make sure to leave a comment for me. Tell me what you think of this video. Maybe even drop a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please subscribe. Tell your friends. And I guess I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace. Peace. Catch you in the next video.